Hello everyone. Welcome to this channel Jikook Universe. In this video we will discuss something interesting and definitely a shame to miss. Come on, watch until the end. In recent days, reports have been rife about the second season of Jimin and Jungkook's travel show Are You Sure? A program that continues to draw attention from both Korean and international media. The latest information suggests that the two's next destinations will be Vietnam and Switzerland, two countries with very different landscapes and cultures. This promises to be a contrasting experience and unforgettable moments. However, behind the announcement, there is an interesting aspect that deserves a closer look. Since talk of the new season surfaced, the public's attention has been focused not only on the destinations but also on the dynamics of the relationship between the two artists. Jimin and Jungkook are more than just bandmates. They have built a close, warm, and personal bond that feels like it goes beyond the screen. In the first season, the public was shown a more personal side of them, away from the spotlight of the stage and the glitz of the media. Now, the second season is predicted to show their closeness in a more intimate and natural way. Their subtle gestures, meaningful gazes, and casual conversations have become the focus of fans' attention as they continue to interpret the depth of their bond. Although there has never been an explicit statement about the nature of their relationship, the body language and dynamics that are recorded are enough to build their own narrative in the eyes of the public. Interestingly, although Vietnam and Switzerland were mentioned as the main destinations, the fact emerged that the first country they visited was the United States. This has not been officially announced, and has raised questions among fans and media analysts. Some speculate that the visit to the US could be some kind of private prologue before filming begins, or even a secret part of an upcoming episode. However, there has been no definite confirmation. Reports have suggested that Jimin and Jungkook were seen together in New York City, outside of their official schedules. One of the most striking testimonies came from someone who claimed to have seen them having dinner together at a restaurant in Manhattan, without a crew, without cameras, just two people enjoying time in comfortable silence. This was not for filming purposes, not part of a promotion, but a genuine, touching interaction. This indicates that their relationship is not only displayed for the public, but also has a very private side that is guarded. What makes it even more interesting is the fact that in the previous season, New York was also one of their destinations. This repetition suggests that the city has a special meaning for both of them. Maybe it's a place that gives them a sense of freedom, privacy, or simply a space to be themselves without the pressures of the outside world. It could be that New York has become a haven, a safe space they chose not because of its glamour, but because it's where they can truly connect. It's still unclear whether the trip to New York will make an official appearance. The lack of documentation, no photos, videos, or statements from the parties involved, suggests that the moment was meant to be just for them. It's a reminder that behind the scenes, Jimin and Jungkook still have a world that's just theirs. Amidst all of this, speculation has begun to emerge about a third destination, Busan. Not without reason. The city has an emotional connection for them. Busan is Jimin's hometown and also a city that was very closely tied to Jungkook's early journey. They've expressed their desire to spend time there together several times. It's no surprise that Busan is such an important, if personal, part of the story. The privacy they can have in Korea, especially in a city like Busan, is a far cry from what they've been able to do overseas. There, they can move around more freely without interference, making it an ideal location for a media-free trip. This situation is reminiscent of their time in Jeju Island in the first season, which was only made public several months later when Jimin shared a photo of Jungkook's birthday celebration from behind, without a clear caption, but enough to reveal their togetherness. It is possible that if they really visit Busan this time, there will be no visible documentation until they decide to reveal it themselves. The way they maintain their privacy has become their trademark, reflecting maturity and wisdom in living life amidst fame. Busan is more than just a tourist spot for them. It holds memories, emotions, and perhaps even parts of their story that have never been told. There they can walk through places they've known for a long time, share old stories, or just be in the silence of being together. These moments are what strengthen a true connection, one that doesn't need to be witnessed by many people to have deep meaning. Although Busan has not been officially mentioned, many believe that their presence there is not idle speculation. In fact, in the context of Jimin and Jungkook's relationship, its absence from the list could be a sign that something meaningful is happening. And as always, only time, and perhaps they themselves, will tell the real story behind this trip. And perhaps that's the beauty of a story that isn't fully shared. There's room for guessing, for feeling, and for imagining, and that's where true love or closeness often hides, behind what's left unsaid, in the gaps that aren't captured by the camera. Jimin and Jungkook aren't building a story with words. They wrote it with their footsteps treading on unfamiliar sidewalks, with the laughter that broke out between small talk, with the comfortable silences as the world around them continued to turn. They didn't need public recognition to justify their connection. It was in their choice to hide that we could see how precious it was. There was something tender yet powerful about the way they were present. As if their world was built not on recognition, but on an understanding that needed no explanation. Like when someone knows the way home without being given a map. Like when a look is enough to convey 1,000 sentences. And it all felt real even though it might never have been announced. Busan, New York, Switzerland, Vietnam. These places may have been mere backdrops. But the story that moved within them was far more important. With every step, there was a silent journey. About two people growing together, understanding each other, and finding a way to stay connected, even as the rest of the world tried to read them like an open book. And maybe that's why fans kept waiting. Not just to see where they were going, but to feel a little bit of the warmth they brought. Maybe we'll never know it all. There may never be an official statement or a dramatic scene that reveals everything. But that's okay. Because love, or whatever you call their relationship, doesn't always need to be proven. It just needs to be felt. When the new season of Are You Sure? Finally airs, the world will once again watch them walk side by side. But this time we'll watch with a deeper understanding, that behind every laugh and every glance, there may be a story that only the two of them know. And that's more than enough. Thank you for accompanying the sweet story of Jimin and Jungkook today. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss their next special moment. See you in the next video, Jikookers.